Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to IXION. Now in the last episode, we'd begun to uncover what happened to the Edamananki ship, the debris field that we currently reside in. It was a UN vessel that was at odds with the Dolos company, but actually got destroyed by a black market society ship, so badly torn asunder, its remains are scattered throughout the system. And we now have the objective to establish a colony and bring on board an additional 2,000 population. So, for the next while, we're going to be hard at work on research and utilizing probes to find more resources as we prepare to take on a large influx of people. So, just for a brief refresher, we have to test colonization protocols by locating a viable planet. I think Kruk P42 possibly could be one. We need to send a scientist over there to check it out. Awaken 2,000 cryonic pods, that's just going to be trickling away in the background. We currently have 120 on board with a little bit more sat in storage, I think. Prepare for the Piranesi, the ship that apparently did the damage and scattered the remains of the Edamananki across the system like this. So in order to get ready for that, we have to prepare a countermeasure for its inevitable attacks and build enough batteries so that we can supply at least 4 sectors for 5 cycles. So, lots to work towards. I've actually got a probe here. I didn't check where we could send it, but I'll just quickly have a look around now. Just want to get some resources in the immediate vicinity around us before we start moving deeper into the hazardous system. I mean, there just seems to be a solar storm pretty much everywhere here. Just except for this little pocket that we've arrived into. So, brief catch-up. Let's let time play for a second. There we go. We've got a scientist at Kruk P38. We're located here at the destroyed command center. There's still the reactor wreckage, the industrial zone wreckage, and the collapsed food district. They both have technology. This still has some cryopods, so we're picking those up. But these guys, the Einstein is now free. We're going to go to the industrial zone wreckage next. So I've just limited what we can kind of collect over here for resources. I've actually let them continue mining if they want over here, but generally speaking, I want to be getting just what's closest to us and then going further out if we need to. Internally, what we were doing at the end of the last episode was just basically focusing on Sector 4. We now have the ability to store up, well, really more than double our storage if we build these things. So these hold 360, and these are holding 120. So for the double space, we're getting way more than 240, right? We're getting like a whole other one stacked in there, basically. So it's the equivalent of having 3 stored in the space of 2. So pretty good. So we're just going to be shifting and moving things into that all the time and trying to compress the space for the inevitable, need of shifting a lot of resources into this sector. Other than that, we have our food sector, Sector 3, all looking good. We'll just clean the UI here for a second. Big farms, housing, batteries, water production is now back online, and our cryo center is right there. We only have 1 active, actually, at the moment, so maybe I'll get another one. Sector 2, industry focus. We've got our iron smelters. We now have carbon processing and online, I should say, but also I've queued up chemical baths polymer refinery upgrade. I had a little look through the tech tree. Admittedly, not a great look through the tech tree. Oh, you can actually get another type of house there, actually, to have high quality housing. Anyways, what I did look at in here, we just gotten the technology to speed up our technology and increase the rate of it. Personal computer research speed. Yeah, sorry, we're increasing the rate of science we're getting when we're just studying it idly or whatever in the background. So that's all well and good. And when I was looking around, the things I decided to get was chemical baths. So we turn 4 carbon into 5 polymer. It was 5 to 5. So we're saving a little bit of polymer. The other one I want to do then is recycled materials. Instead of 30 silicon, it's 25. And then the steel mill has something kind of similar. So just getting more out of the resources that you use feels like it would be a good idea. But after this, I want to do advanced logistics in the mess hall. Because if we're going to take on this many people, we actually are going to struggle to feed them all, especially in Sector 4. We're getting close to that 1,000 mark, which is how much we can feed. So we'll need more, 1,500, either another mess hall or just get the technology that improves it. So the technology that I've gone for actually queues it up here to say it can accommodate 20% more crew members each meal. So that should help out a little bit and even give us a little bit of leeway in the other sectors too. So that's pretty much everything I'm doing and everything I've done. So let's continue. Let time play. We just had the 2 science ships out and about at the moment, but I'm okay with that. I think it's fine. Research rate is going to kind of cap the amount we can even burn through the science that we're currently getting. So I'm fine with that. And then we have several cargo ships and mining ships out doing their thing right now. So things are looking pretty good. And I'm going to be largely focused internally on Sector 4 as we kind of dismantle and rebuild these storage stockpiles. So they can basically store far, far more stuff. Actually, while this builds, I'm going to shift these over. This is storing food. So I'm going to move that over here. So we'll just wait for that to get built. We'll set it to food right now.
Ship has arrived at its destination.
I'm going to tell these ones to empty out, actually, and they should get moved into there then in a second. All right, science ship. We've got an alert. No, we don't. You're not done yet. Sorry. Oh, you're just collecting science right now. That's fine. This one's just about done.
The science ship team has completed a task.
All right, corroded hopes. Remember, this is the place that we can go into, but we can't. We had to choose one of 3 options, maybe a second option, I don't know, but it said that corrosion is encroaching inside of the structure. So the Thales team managed to extract an intact data drive from the command center, right? That's where we chose to go. That was still installed within the center's infrastructure. The disk was heavily encrypted and a significant percentage of its data had been corrupted. However, the data that was accessible proved to be very useful. The logs left behind the center's former inhabitants are technical and precise. They suggest their authors possessed an uncommon intelligence and an acute sense of self-criticism. Strangely, the organized methodical accounts are occasionally interrupted with mysticism and spiritual remarks. These are seemingly present to justify the results of their Cartesian deductions. Okay. We're seeing more and more stuff come up about these spiritual qualities. Now, I wonder if I was to wait here and get the tech, would anything happen? I feel like we maybe only have time to search one other room. The team has discovered a large hangar that appears to have been used for ship storage and maintenance. So we know that the tanks are empty, but we might find something that gives us a technology, maybe makes tanks better, or water storage better, something like that. Or we could do this one. I'm tempted to do this one because we don't know really what's in there. So let's do that first. All right, we're just about to finish collecting our science in the industrial zone, and we can do this one now. We've arrived at the ruined industrial zone. The view is intriguing. In addition to the general debris and bodies that float everywhere, there are large piles of previously molten metals that have been solidified when the area was exposed to the vacuum of space. The zone has been ripped open, and much of the interior appears to have been blown away. The structural tear extends into a storage area full of suspended yellow particles. Look for the source of the yellow particles. I want to know what they are. In some ways, it's like, well, you could find the source and end up just killing yourself. Also, by the way, we are maxed out for our whole repair right now, which is interesting. So if we just go back here, turn this off. We'll lose a little bit. We'll just keep one offline then while we're basically full. And it'll balance out in a while. But yeah, it's like, oh, you could go get it, see what happens, but the yellow particles could kill everybody. Or we could find out what they are and make a better decision as to how to approach. So how's our tech going? We're on 51% for the chemical bath upgrade. Alright, looking good. So let's just hop back into Sector 4 and keep optimizing it. So this is going to be doing food, and I've told this one to empty out, so we can see all the food just rushing into this one. We'll replace this, rebuild it in just a moment.
A probe has completed its scan.
Yeah, so just dismantle that now, please. Whoops. Probe completed its scan.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Waste treatment center was disabled. 19 crew members were injured. Okay, good. Alright, we've got this one here and this one here. Hopefully they can fill up the capacity of those and not be too much of a drawback. They're on extra hours now. Maybe we'll just power down something for a bit. Let them ease up. Actually, we're out of iron, so working these two doesn't really make any sense right now. So just ease up the working conditions on that for a bit. We've got plenty of alloys. Let them store up some iron for a bit. They'll be alright. Alright, good. This is almost empty. All our food going into this lovely big vat now. And this is done. Alright, clear it. Now, we'd also just built additional housing here, so the housing problem has been sorted, although there is two groups now living in, 200 people odd, living in less than ideal quality housing. So we have to consider that as well when we consider our stability and our happiness, I suppose. Let's see, anything going on in space? You're almost done.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Another 60 ready for extraction. Goddamn. Okay, so the team identified an area as a sealed landing bay, once home to several craft of different sizes. Signs of EKP travel were found, of a type much more advanced than anything we've come across so far. The team also found traces of organic matter and blood. Some of this was salvageable, and sample analysis revealed that several species seem to have passed through the area. All DNA samples showed some structural similarity to, oh my god, to that of humans. It seems likely that this complex was used as a test site for the introduction of species into the P-38 ecosystem. The various integrity sensors of the crew's suits, as well as those of the Thales, indicate that this is necessary to repatriate the team. That's the thing we just don't know yet, is how far in the future are we? Because this is getting crazy now. Subspecies of humans potentially genetically modified to be more intelligent. That's what I'm reading from these events so far. Alright, looks like we do have time to search all three rooms. It sounded like we wouldn't be able to do that before. It said that the corrosion was encroaching, but maybe they just mean like that's why you can't really stay here for too long. Alright, well, let's see what's going on in the tank room. 160 science sitting right there. That better not get destroyed. I'll be really annoyed if that happens. Always think I should have just waited a bit, but we'll see. Alright, is there anything left around this area? There's some carbon and ice a little further out there. Can we get both? Oh my god, this, I gotta say, this is the worst bit of the game for me. Just show me where it is. See, that bit's green as well. Come on, pick up the signal. We got it. Alright. Oh, actually, there's technologies as well that increase the radius that the probe can gather things. So, you know, there is that. In fairness, there is gameplay attached to it. To be completely fair. Alright, we're going to rotate this one around. This one's also going to be doing food. Each one of these takes electronics, so there is that to consider. But it's greatly optimal from what we're currently doing. So, just going to unassign this to be ice. Unassign this one to be ice. Let the ice flood out into this big bay. It can easily take 2. It can take 3, in theory. And then if we clear out this bottom boat, we've got room for 2 more housing complexes down here. But it should still be most people living in optimized quarters, so they're happy about that. Alright, what do we got? Industrial zone wreckage. The team followed the trail of yellow particles through a vacuum to another section of the Edamananki wreckage. It appears to have been at least partially spared from the destruction we've seen elsewhere. The particles come from crushed and damaged flowers of yellow squash. A bed of these frozen plants surrounds a large bronze sculpture, a depiction of Earth, crowned with laurels. Many messages have been left near the sculpture, railing against the perceived enemies of humanity, Dolos and the Ashtangites. A plaque of its base reads, "Against the cynicism that kills hope, against the madness which precipitates hell, to perpetuate the genius of humanity and the memory of our life on Earth." There is a compartment beneath the plaque in which a sealed time capsule was found. Oh, it seems possible it could be opened. Open the capsule. Alright, we're almost done in the other section as well. We've got 100 power available. In fact, actually, something I've been meaning to do is increase the storage of polymer if we can. Because, yeah, it is maxed out there. Maybe we could change one of these to polymer as well. Toggle that online. Yeah, let's just leave it like that for a bit. Because we're making some in here all the time. And I want to store up a good amount so that we can actually build the next set of power. Or solar panels. It's going to take a little while. Alright, that event is done. Oh my god, I had a feeling that would happen. The team's suits were compromised by the corrosive atmosphere. The team perished while attempting to reach the Thales. The ship is no longer functional and cannot be repatriated. Final communications indicate that the corrosive atmosphere has rendered the subterranean complex unviable for further site analysis. Don't tell me I lost this tech. Okay, the tech is still there, but rest in peace. We're after losing a science ship and 5 crew members. Not completely in vain, but almost. I kind of thought some, I just knew I felt like I was pushing it, but after the second one was done and we didn't hear any more about corrosion, I was like, well, maybe. Oh well, okay. Let's see, we'll have to get a new science ship built and send it out. It's another 25 polymer. Alright, send it. Is that storm moving? Oh my god, it is. It's moving. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually moving. Because this, I was thinking that before. Oh my god, we're about to be enveloped. Because I remember getting these resources out here. And then I noticed, like, yeah, now they're in, like, the storm. And clearly, it must be, like, slowly, but ever so slightly, just edging its way across. And we might get completely enveloped over here. That's interesting. So it might mean that maybe we should look to technology and see what else could we get that might allow us to survive longer. Self-welding is already good. Customizable UI, they mine faster. I mean, we've already got the protection stuff, so I guess that's probably as good as it gets, right? I'm not seeing anything that says, you're going to survive anymore. So hopefully that's as good as it gets. We have all that tech to prevent everything, so I guess we'll see. Research speed is increased 20%. We don't need to do that. Let's see. So I just got the mess hall improved thing, didn't we? Yep, we can have 20% more crew members. Can accommodate 40% more crew members each meal. I don't think we need that just yet, but maybe in the future. What else could we get then? Crop farm. Food production speed is increased 20%. Crop farms produce more waste. Guys, I gotta be honest, I'm not sure what to get. Oh yeah, I was gonna get this one actually. Recycled materials. Just save some of the base materials. And maybe this one. Solar panel production is increased by 5%. Just get some more power. Save some more materials. I think it's a safe bet to go with those two. We have to improve our battery power as well. Yeah, that's super interesting. In that case, yeah, this scientist, someone needs to get down there fast and start studying all that science, and that'll fly through our tech pretty quickly. So we're building a ship now. As soon as it's done, we'll send it out. Okay, well, that's interesting. We have to find a planetary body. Let's just follow the orbits. There's silicon and stuff there, but I'm looking for a planet. Yeah, that's pretty far in. If we could just get a planet somewhere on this ring. There's got to be one here somewhere. There's one seemingly right there. Nothing along this line? Nope. Alright. This will give us a launch pad to go there and maybe hop out and like, get some of this stuff or something. And we can recall all these ships. They're going into the hazard zones already, actually.
A probe has completed its scan.
Just have to hope they're okay. Alright.
A science ship
more
team
tech.
has completed a task.
Inside the time capsule were toys and other everyday items. Several objects were of unknown purpose. There was a packet of newspapers, that revealed some of what happened on the Tycoon first entered self-similar space. There was a total collapse of Earth's ecosystems, accelerated by the moon's destruction. In response, the United Nations installed a totalitarian government of planetary surveillance to protect the population from eco-terrorists and the continuous waves of pandemics. They prioritized corporate practices that supported the environment and its preservation. Individual responsibilities seem to have become paramount. Numerous legal ramifications were implemented to counter any further acceleration of ecosystem destruction. In this time of crisis, and guided by the government, society seems to have turned on politicians, extremists, immigrants, and conspiracy theorists. One after the other, they portrayed them as possible scapegoats, holding them responsible for 250 years of industrialization, market disruption, superficial societal practice, moral decay, and hyper-consumerism. Wow, deeply political. The Edamananki was to be the Great Ark, the global project that would save humanity. Only those deemed well-behaved in the eyes of the government would be allowed on board. The Ashtangites, the fanatics of mysticism, and proponents of genetic manipulation were left behind on Earth. Oh my god. with the deviants and dissidents, and it seems like they maybe got out of there. Something to do with the Black Market Society, I'm guessing. Self-cleaning lubricants for waste treatment center. Alright, investigate, yeah, go to storage area next. Stockpile incidents. Sector 4, everyone's okay though. Alright, you store up the food, empty that out, so that goes into there. This is gonna be ice now. These two are empty, right? Yes, sir. Let's repurpose these. Bring it back.
A probe has been lost due to space weather.
Oh, shit. We lost a probe. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, let's get it. The pocket is closing. That's so funny. Alright. Let's try that again. We kind of have to, right? I mean, what else can I do? We need somewhere to latch onto if we're going to go into that storm. Or we could just stay here and let it hit us, but we'll see where it goes, I guess. It's so funny. I can't see it moving at all, but it obviously is. Maybe we should tell them to go up to these ones instead and start locking these down for a bit. Just leave it now.
A ship has been destroyed by a space weather
Ah, the mining ship, the Cataphract. Well, there you go, guys. Technology or not, doesn't matter. These ships are going down if they go out there for too long. Or get unlucky, I guess. Right, just locking these off as avoided, and we'll let our ships just get everything that's closer to us. So that was a mining ship. The deuterium is ready to go. I'm going to send it all the way down here. Grab that sign so it's the most that we can get. Just leave it there for a bit. Hopefully if they're in orbit of a planet, it won't be as bad for them. The pocket here does seem to be growing, right? It seems like it's kind of just moving across or something. And I'm guessing it'll just move back and forth.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
So I just need to find where that mining ship was. It must have been Sector 4. Yep. Do I have another one in storage? No. Alright, make another mining ship then. New request. What's the deal? The animosity between former crew members and the Protagonist and the Edamananki is becoming a problem. Oh yeah. Accommodating survivors from both crews together in the Tycoon threatens the stability of the station. Plane protocols recommend temporary separation till tensions ease. Initiate population transfer and individuals will be sorted automatically. 100 crew members will be moved from Sector 4 to 2 to address this. Just put aside your differences. What's the... Well, I don't know. If it's just trust, that's not a problem, but stability could be a bigger problem, I guess. No, I'm not going to bend my will. Just get along. Just figure it out, guys. Come on.
A probe has been lost due to space weather.
Ah. What's a man to do? I'm not launching another one then. It doesn't seem like it can make it in there. But we sure... Let me check the tech screen. Maybe there's something I could do. So probe technology. Where do we have that? Probe launcher. Probe construction is increased by 50% speed, and then it moves faster. I guess that's probably ideal. Okay. We'll queue up the moving 50% faster one. Once that's done, we'll launch a probe. Tech will move pretty quickly once the sign ship gets out there.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Cryonics is offline for a bit. That's okay. Yeah, just power off. You don't need to do anything. You're okay.
A science ship team has completed a task.
The Einstein's completed an action. There we go. More pods, electronics, and some alloys. Summary of intelligence on the storage area. Seems to have been the battleground for a large, violent clash. Workers attempted to repel an invader using small firearms and improvised weaponry. Apart from the cutting laser marks across bodies and containers, there's no evidence that identifies the invader. The large majority of the storage area seems to have been emptied, but after some searching, the Einstein's team located a number of intact cryopods. Everything has been prepared. Okay. Okay, industrial zone, let's go. And we're just about in reach down here now. Alright, at least our ships are safe for now, staying inside this little pocket. This pocket has increased greatly. It'd be nice to send probes out there, but I just don't think I can really get there without going through it myself to the other side, but I can't go through the other side. I guess we could go to here, couldn't we? Yeah. That's a lot, though. 4.4 cycles. We don't have the batteries for that either, so battery tech is another thing we need to get. Alright, I'm loving this. The idea of this storm moving has made it a lot more interesting. Wow, all our ships are just coming back in, just like that. Is there nothing left to grab, or are you just all full? Oh, they're all full. Man, it's gone super quiet for some reason, but okay. We're collecting signs. No, we're not. We are collecting signs here now, though, so that's piling up nicely. And yep, there's new things to be grabbed. And the music is very intense. Got the bodies floating around. I mean, if anyone should be upset, it should be the guys in the Adamananki, right? Because they're just looking at this going, Jesus. Alright, further 20 ready for extraction. The zone was devastated. Both factory machinery and crew were covered in flying molten metal. Jesus Christ. As the metal solidified, grisly monuments were created. Sometimes all that remains of a body is a cracked metal shell. Cryopods found in this area have either been covered by steel or compromised. Our team was able to gather some information about the Adamananki's procedure. Isn't that so screwed? Imagine being frozen in a cryopod and then encased in metal and just being like, well, we can't get them out with it. Just trapped forever. Ugh. Alright, see you later. Let's just get that tech. So tech is going to be... Oh my god! Stop! Stop moving! Okay, I definitely saw that one. That was a huge gain. But hey, this is all open now. So we could just cross over. Can we jump straight through the star, no? Still 4.5 cycles. Okay, battery tech is probably a priority then, to be honest, guys, if we want to get over there. And building more batteries, maybe. What can we get for batteries? Batteries. There we go. Battery power is increased by 20%. Charging speed's increased. That's fine. Stores 300 power, allowing buildings. Yeah, we'll get that afterwards. But let's just get the 20%, give ourselves a bit of a boost. I think I have time to build a little battery in each sector. Might carry us a bit further then. Alright, let's get cracking on that. It's 160 alloys right there. Alright, you know what, guys? You can empty out as well, because we're trying to save space and save on alloys. So let's just collapse those in. Get rid of this one. Damn it. So all this ice here, this can pretty much go. So we'll just say, yep, don't store that and don't store that. That should feed into these two. Alright, cool. This game is so fucking awesome. Alright. How's our science ship? He's just on the edge as well. Hopefully he'll be okay while he's in orbit there. Or they, rather. I keep saying he. It's just because the name's Einstein. We still have the reactor wreckage to get to. Hey! Happy New Year! Nice. 2 years. The promising thing is that there's a good amount of tech everywhere. How's Sector 2 doing for... or 3, rather. For storing pods? Yeah, we're maxed out. Okay, change this to pods as well then, please. Because we actually can't load up anything in here. Well, that's like that. These two can go. So, something that's kind of alarming is that ice, we're getting through it. I know I've got 3,000, but it's like, oh, it's actually going down really quickly. And there's no active stockpile in here for ice anymore, just this one. So this needs to be turned back on. It can deliver its ice. This one's pods. There's waste. Okay. Feels like we're racing against tech now. Alright, scientist is done collecting over at the industrial zone wreckage, so we'll head to the reactor wreckage next. 1.2 cycles. We'll see what's going on. I might collect that science first and then do the events. We obviously have our probe, I just don't want to send it because the last 2 probes I sent got destroyed, and, you know, they cost polymer to make, so I like to be relatively careful with it if I can. And we still need to go here to see if we can get science and set up a colony to retrieve science, right? Yeah. That's another thing that we got to do. Alright, how's our tech going? 66% currently for lithium sulfur batteries. So we actually got a previous technology, I didn't even see it. Recycled materials is being unlocked, which I was going to say I can't remember that, but that's this one. So 25 silicon now produces 1 electronic, so a little bit more silicon efficient, which is good to see here in Sector 2. We've got 58 in storage, 30 in storage right now. And we are maxed out for carbon storage. This can be changed to carbon then as well, I guess. Turn that on.
Science ship has arrived.
Turn on the other carbon buildings and start smashing through that carbon. It'd be good if we could upgrade some of these places as well, but we needed the battery power. How long is it going to last us now? 4 cycles. And with the 20% improvement, it should get us around to the other side. I'm hoping. Alright, we're gathering the science there. We have 175 science now. We retrieved all the science we could here. Excellent. No, don't do that. It's crazy. It's crazy. You could maybe make it up to here, though. Alright, that planet's done. And the reactor wreckage science is done as well.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
Alright, so we've arrived at the site. Only 2 of the Edamananki's massive reactors remain. Initial reconnaissance revealed 3 places of interest: the thrusters, the engine room, and the engine supervision area. Supervision area first, so we can kind of see overall what was going on. And seeing as we're mostly working over here now, I'm going to get moving over there. So we'll just do a little... Well, actually, do we need to do that? It might be a closer run from there to there. Maybe. So let's just do a little move. Alright, looking good. We are moving. How's the iron? Iron is piling up now a bit as well, so we can turn this on. We're on to extra hours now, so I suppose ideally. What's the situation? We're 1 worker short. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's just turn off one of the storage piles, stockpiles. How are we doing for our optimization out here? Looking good, right? Looking pretty good. These 2 have now emptied, so we can get rid of those. Get the alloys back. What else? So yeah, we just want to clear up any other ones that we can. So I guess you can empty and you can empty. Now, storage-wise, Sector 3, ice should be... Just max that out. Ice here is set to 3,000. Let's set it to 2,000. So that they're comfortable removing it if they can. Oh, someone said actually in the comments that you can set like a priority or something on this, but I don't see that anywhere. They were like, set it to a high priority and then they'll do it. Oh right, yeah. These are priorities. I see. Well, Sector 4, obviously the priority is that the ice goes to Sector 3. For food, it's produced in Sector 3, and it is an even priority for everywhere, really. Maybe a slightly higher one for Sector 4 because there's more people there, but I won't mess with that. It's working fine, so I'll leave it. We could try to max it out now, though. Just hit the max amount in each sector. Just make sure they're delivering. We did add extra transporters now, so hopefully we'll just see food getting, you know, sent to where it needs to go. Might tell this not to store any anymore.
Entering debris field.
And maybe not that one, but this one. So that way we can upgrade the storage here to be a bit better going forward. Entering debris field, we have just about arrived. Oh my god, the body. Alright, we're in position. So we'll let our batteries recharge and see kind of how long it's going to take us to get down here. Have to wait for its move to finish totally. 4.2. It is slightly less. It was 4.5, I think, before. Did we get that battery tech yet? We did, actually. Okay. Charging speed increase. No, I don't have to worry about that. Steel mill. 13 iron now produces 15 alloys. Again, just slight improvements to resources in and resources out. The crop farm. Food production speed is increased and it produces more waste. And then of course we have new things that I haven't even looked at really. Algae farm allows for the creation of automatic harvesting of up to 4 algae plantations, using a moderate amount of water and to produce a large amount of food. Is that like an upgrade of the crop farm, kind of? It looks like the same size. But I don't know. Well, the crop farm is doing is just fine for now, but I think we will need to obviously upgrade at some point. Policy cooldown is improved. Alternative life center. Oh. If you've got more than 400 crew, you get an extra 1 stability. Infirmary. Capacity for 5 more beds. I'll leave that. Cargo ship. They move faster. Yep. I think it's time to start queuing up a few of these things. Cargo ship especially, it seems like. Okay. The airlock. Repair efficiency would be better. Again, saving on resources. So just trying to make sure that we getting the most out of what we're spending. So we're at the 301. So this can store 360 each. So these can be dismantled now. Man, all this work that went into building this and then just tearing it all down like this. That's the way it goes. At least it does feel good to be like, oh, well, you know, it's more optimal now. So it is a good feeling. Let's build a road just across there, and let's dismantle that one and that one. So now we've got room for 2 more additional 125 housing, should we wish to have it. And we're closing in on that 1,000 mark, so we can currently serve 600 crew members in each one. So that's 1,200 is our max capacity in here. So I'll just set this to now say 1,200 can be delivered in there. Alright, actually just real quickly, I'll just keep it paused for a second. These have nowhere else to empty to, but that's okay, I'll just leave it for a while, and hopefully they will empty out. And I can replace them, that's the idea. I guess at the very... I suppose something that can be handy is actually just building storage over here. Put the food in there and then move it, because next time we get a new batch of food, they're just going to fill up everything else anyway. Yeah. We just ultimately produce too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still happy that I got all the amounts we could have. What are we at? So 4.5. So that sector will be fine. Sector 3 will not be fine. It will go offline. We could power down food for one little bit. That's 4.7 and 5.0. Okay, we're good to go then. Excuse me. I'm going to just power this down. That should get us to where we need to go. Do I need to be here? I don't... I mean, I guess I'm not in any immediate danger, so I suppose I'll stay until we need to leave, right? Because I just ultimately want to find that planet. Science ship team has completed a task.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
New event, pirate, ready for extraction. Okay, so the engine supervision area was mainly occupied by those of rank. Some had time to enter cryopods before the apparent depressurization. Analysis of remaining computer infrastructure indicates that their directives were merciless towards the engine room workers. They treated them as expendable outcasts. There are traces throughout the entire supervisory district of hacking attempts. All ship computers dedicated to the engines and reactors were compromised, preventing the Edamananki from maneuvering and causing power failures throughout the superstructure. The Einstein's team has managed to extract remnants of the computer protocols that were used to do this. These fragments of code point to an author, the BMS. The Black Market Society. Relevant data has been sent to the Tycoon's tech lab for more detailed analysis. Just stay here for a minute and I'll choose your option in a moment. Just get your tech. What is this new event? Pirate. We now have data to analyze Piranesi hacking protocols. The associated research project can be launched in the tech lab. This should allow us to set up computer protection systems to reduce the impact of digital attacks. Okay. Oh, so we found one of the hidden techs that we need. Okay, good. We're currently 59 out of 2,000 pods awoken. Develop the countermeasure techs. Build enough batteries so that at least 4 sectors will have backup power for 5 cycles. Yep. We'll get battery tech tier 2 and that should be okay. Hang on 1 second as well. What's going on in sector 2? You are cooking up the iron. Yeah, that's okay then. Something that we can do with hydrogen as well is, I guess, turn them online for a moment. Oh my goodness. Did anyone die? 11 crew members were killed? Fuck. Damn. Jeez. I mean, I pushed it into extra hours for like a second. Guess I've been getting lucky in other ways though, so fair enough. Alright, so you need to not store hydrogen. The others can store hydrogen. Building storage is full. Do we have nowhere to send polymer? Is that the problem? 270. Yeah, man, storage is such a pain for me right now. We're so out of it. That's why I'm improving that other sector as fast as I can. What I think I'm going to do, though, is start improving the power capabilities of our ship. So let's go outside. We've got 247 is needed for that. That is the next one. 247 and 6. Yep, we can do it. That'll drain our polymers and allow things to get running a bit smoothly again. Did I ever build that mining ship?
Has arrived at its destination.
I don't think I did, actually, but anyway. Or I did and I didn't do anything with it. Oh, we never delivered the polymers here. That's why. Alright, cool. Ice is pretty full up there. We can start building other things now to improve the storage. So again, having a storage bay now of hydrogen in here might be ideal, right? Because there's no point having it in there. It's not being used in there in that other place right now until we get like a power plant that needs it. So this fits here pretty nicely. So let's just go with that. Is there any problem with that? Not really. And then I'll stick this to hydrogen. We'll set it as hydrogen 360. Well, I have to wait, I suppose. Alright, they're full up. Okay, good. We just do it once over. So happy extra hours still in sector 2. We do have 2 of these online. Alright, well they're optimal now. I'll have to figure this out. Maybe more better housing technologies as well. We're currently getting the alloy development steel mill upgrade. So housing wise, what could we get next? And then I need battery tech, so crew quarters. While the waste recycling policy is in effect, quarters produce waste at a rate of 1 per 20 inhabitants over 15 cycles, and houses up to 70 crew members in high quality. What do we currently do? 90, is it? Oh, it's 40. Yeah, I don't know what this place looks like, but yeah, let's get it. It might be huge though, that could be the problem. Alright, we'll queue that up. Domotic quarter. Alright, we're getting the airlock optimization as well, so that we repair with less alloys. Alright, so this 70 is initially going to transfer over to Sector 4, no big deal. Yep, now that we can actually set it to be 360. So 360 in here, please. Sector 2 should really not have more than just 100, so that if we ever do build power in that sector, one stockpile is totally fine. So I'm hoping this is enough to take it out of here. Although I don't know. I always get confused with this. Are they taking some? I feel like they are. That looks like they're taking it over right now. I guess I'll see if this gets stored. Anything stored in a little while. There's some coming in now, I think. Nope, that was something else. Alright, I'm probably just making a little brain fart mistake again because it's not assigned to anything. Do I have to assign it and then they'll send it out? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, fair enough. Off they go. Alright, cool. We're repairing the hull. Trust is good. Power is available. Sector 1 should be getting everything it needs. In here, it has the electronics. It has half the polymers it needs to get this stuff built. How's the storm looking? Storm, it looks like it's kind of stopped for now. I mean, now's the time, I guess, actually, Darren. The reason why you would want to go over here now is because this is when you can actually get all this stuff before the storm encroaches again. So that'll be the reason. Are we done here? Investigate the thrusters and inspect the engine room. Let's inspect the engine room. Where's our other scientist? Oh, he's up here, sorry. Establish basic neon-con... I should read this. We have landed. The planet is bathed in a toxic yellow haze, which severely reduces visibility. First measurements have recorded trace amounts of oxygen in the planet's atmosphere, and we've also noted the presence of a few species of bacteria in the shores of Mada. Cyanide oceans, goddamn. So 90, 90, and 90, we can afford it. Let's go. An advanced Neocon colony. We're going to send them from Sector 3. They're the guys that can do it. We'll ship some colonists over, and then they'll bring everything else they need. Sector 3 is our food sector, so yep. Pelican. Okay, good. Big colony. So what that means is inside, we need to go to population management, Sector 1. So we need to move colonists from Sector 1 to Sector 3, and we need to move 90. And they'll be shipped out of there. Still leaves us with 120 as well, so quite a lot. Alright, these are finally empty, so they can finally be destroyed and upgraded, giving us a lot more room. Come on. Alrighty, with that in position now, these can be emptied, and that'll be determined as food, and that should greatly help the situation. Now the interesting thing is, I wonder, I didn't actually look to check, I wonder how many transport units the medium stockpiles have. Like, do they double the amount of transports? Because obviously, you know, if it was 4 or 5 per stockpile and we just moved a bunch around, that is great. But if it's less because it's a bigger stockpile, then that's not so good.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Looks like the storm isn't really encroaching on us anymore. But maybe I'm speaking too soon. Alright, Sector 4 is where we just had an accident. Sector 3, it's okay. Let's get back to Sector 1. I remember that that's online, and so is that. So one of these can be shut off.
Transfer complete.
Alright, we've moved the appropriate amount of people. So there's a little bit of unhappiness here now. Homelessness being over 25% in the sector. They have the waste policy from having unopened cryonic pods. Oh yeah. Corpses floating outside. So they're not happy in here. And that's just a negative to trust, but the other sectors are so happy that's not a big deal. But we might get negative events, so we got to be relatively careful with that. Gonna empty these out to fill this thing ASAP. Good. Before the next cycles are done, they're gonna be done pretty soon. That's our hydrogen. So we should have more coming in all the time, right? From Sector 2. So this could be unassigned now. That's fine. And that could just be turned off. This has hydrogen in it. So we need to tell this place to have pretty much 0 hydrogen. Just don't have any. Turn these all on. And then they'll ship it all out of here. So what do we max out on? Carbon. So actually assign this to carbon. These have been powered down. Can't power them all without going into extra hours. We need better housing in here. Because this place is full up of workers, but I can't really keep everything running.
A science ship team has completed a task.
The Adamananki's engines were not supported by a PA or even a basic AI. Instead, crew members were constantly monitoring, adjusting, and repairing the engines and thrusters. Their living conditions were extremely precarious, and it would seem many of them were either prisoners or rejects from the population on board the Adamananki. Traces of writing were found within some dormitory cells, referring to genetic conatus of the and the Ashtangites. There are records of several serious breakdowns before the final explosion. Crew members would work waist deep in coolant, some dying while performing their tasks within the toxic substance. Those who refused were executed. Jesus Christ. UN not so hot. Investigate the thrusters then, I guess. So tech, how's our tech going? We're currently getting the Domitic Quarter crew quarters upgrade. I'm hoping to use that in Sector 2 where they're struggling to get people in there. Constructs stores drones. They can be used to quickly transfer up to 10 units of resources at a time between sectors. But then you've also got the train station which does that too. No, it doesn't. That's just people. Okay. Oh, so this is already... Oh, no, it's not. Loading and unloading is faster, 10%. Docking bays store more. Alright, we're just doing that one now, I guess. I might make my ships go faster then as well next. Alright, looking good. I wonder how we're doing for the crew that are heading over there. Have they loaded up anyone yet? They've done nothing. What's up with that? The Pelican is the ship that was assigned to it. Waiting to dock. It has 31... Oh, crap. Yeah, the place is full. I see. Okay. Well, just to speed this up then. Store them in there, guys. They could, so the ship that we'd sent to dock with the colonists couldn't do it.
Below 50%.
Oh my god. Oh, that's just because they're constructing the okay, good. We're falling dramatically. I was like, what is going on there? But they're building the solar panel, so at least they're doing something. So Sector 1, Sector 3 is actually having a health crisis. They're going to need another infirmary in here. We just got our new Domitic Quarter building, which is actually the same size as this one. So optimized and Domitic is the same. This houses 40, this houses 70. Takes twice as much alloys and electronics to be built though. So unfortunately, because I'm like out of space, actually what I could do, I suppose... Yeah, okay, first things first, we need to build another infirmary so that people don't die. Then, I need to get just at least one house there. Maybe even here. Build a little road. We're gonna need a lot of alloys in here. Right, this is high priority. Once the houses are built, then I can dismantle one of these and start building the improved ones. It's getting tricky. Numbers are going down. People are sad-facing me. Other than that, though, things aren't that bad. So yeah, so in Sector 3, I'm hoping now, just now that this ship has actually come back in, it can empty itself out, go back out and deliver the people or whatever where they need to go. And we're just loading up cryopods now in here, which is going to cause pretty bad negative because there's so many unopened cryopods. These can also be dismantled. And then a new storage bin can be built on top of that. But we've only got one constructor here, so it's going to be slow. He's delivered 36 to this place.
Has completed a task.
All right, let's check it out. The Einstein. Actually, let's just let them get their science, then I'll read it. Finally, we can see that we're moving. So they've got 31 cryopods on board, but because they had a little bit of space to take 2 alloys, they brought 2 alloys with them. That's quite funny that they're doing that. They should really not travel when they've got cryopods, though, because if that storm encroaches and they end up dying, it's pretty bad. Wouldn't be too happy. All right, we have the second medical bay online, so that's going to help them out. New houses are being built. Once the houses go up, we can tear down the optimized quarter, build the domotic quarter, storing more in good quality housing in the same spot. Meanwhile, tech is not moving. We have blitzed through tech since picking up all this stuff. So what do we have? 10 iron now produces 15 alloy, and power is reduced. Yeah, let's do that just to get even better out of what we have. And then battery tech, I think, is good to go for next. So we'll go battery tier 2. All right, let's just speed up. I feel like I need to be focusing on stability buildings also. Now, I feel like we've got a lot of ships that aren't really doing anything. Yeah, lots of iron for you to gather. Lots of carbon and silicon. You guys are good. Nothing left for you guys to gather like that. So just, not that I need to, but I just like to get rid of it just for my own kind of peace of mind. So these ships are now just purely going to deliver the stuff to the site. This one's not doing anything. So yep, just keep them on nothing and then they'll come back to me then that way. Yeah, you can get mining ice. Why not? That could be your priority. Alright, we're good. Reactor wreckage. The Edamanaki seemed capable of achieving 2 different types of propulsion. The intra-system mode of propulsion has many similarities to our EKP. Cross-referencing mission data reveals a number of matches to the encounter near Saturn during the Tycoon's initial test phase. Their inter-system propulsion covers many of the basic operations of the Vol engine. Our team has noted that the remains of numerous accreditation areas. Can't say it. I know what it means, but accreditation. It's a hard one to say. Access to and knowledge of the propulsion modes seem to have been strictly regulated. The 2 reactors were damaged at the same time as the larger superstructure, and our analysis has revealed traces of gluon particles. Gluons. Up quark, down quark, gluon. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Alright. Alright, everybody come back to me. We're gonna move to Kruk P42. I'm not delivering colonists through the storm. That's insane. Everyone come back. I hate to have to do it, but I gotta do it, so... I'm not losing these ships. It's a waste, but also they're tier 2. Okay, so everyone's gonna come back to me. Alright, everybody just come back. Now the scientists can gather their stuff here. Hopefully they'll be okay. Even though they are technically out in the storm. Do we see that storm now? Maybe, I don't know. But it's howling. Alright, and then we're just going to move straight over to Kruk. Deploy the boys, hopefully a little bit closer. Because that ship is probably going to keep going.
By a space weather event.
Dude, 2 of them just went down. I saw both of them go. At least they were just mining ships. They're not too bad. It's such a waste. Alright, scientist. Come inside if you can. Actually, you could just tell them to do that, can't you? Yep. Okay. We're gonna go here. 2.3 cycles. Let's move. Oh my god, my hull integrity is so bad that I think I can't go right now. Let's get back to Sector 1. Let's power this on. Let's just do a big bull keel for a bit, and then we'll get moving. Let's process some of these resources. Hopefully the scientist that's out there can hang on. Now I'm worried that the Pelican is just going to keep moving. I think it is. Oh, no. Can I unassign that? I can, right? Just unassign. Can't be unassigned while docked. You think it could be. Yeah, okay, right. We've reset the event. We'll move over, and once we're right next to it, we'll just should be able to load up really quickly. I just don't want to risk the people, for sure, being moved. This place has the extra people, and there's extra housing here now, and it's become neutral again, so at least there's something going for them. So, two things we need to build. Storage. Big storage for food again. So that's going to be food. Okay. And I suppose we can tear one of these down. They might be a bit unhappy for a bit while we do that, but they'll love their new house. I can almost guarantee it. Panel purification has been unlocked. Panel purification. So funny, guys. Like, I just immediately forgot, like, what that is. Or why I was getting that. Also, what's this? Ooh, large stockpile and collapsible frames. Collapsible frames. 720 units of storage. I wonder what it takes to make those. What would collapsible frames be? Or what was I getting before? I just don't remember. Electronics? No, all that's good.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
I don't remember. You guys will have to tell me. Anyway. An accident occurred. Everything's okay, though. Alright, that house is removed, so now we can build these nice new houses. Domotic quarters. That's going to be a big job to do in here. Replacing all of these. Oh my god. We'll build thick storage that can store up the alloys. We have 3 construction, actually, so it won't actually be as bad as it might seem. But it does take electronics, so we can't just build it infinitely. And it requires more alloys, so there's that as well. So now, let's turn off food storage in here, here, and here. Now we can kind of get rid of some of these places and put in a double cryopod storage bay as well. Good. Alright, are we ready to move? I think so. We've got a bit more hull integrity, and we can kind of manage going through the storm ourselves. So let's hop back out. Let's move over to Crook P42. Try just hang on until we can move over these colonists.
Caution. Entering stellar storm.
I know. Come on, TARS. Oh my god, this storm looks worse than the one before. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're 2/3 of the way there. Jesus Christ. The forked lightning. There we go, I can see it. Oh my god. Planet is enshrouded. The poor scientists orbiting the planet. What the? Jesus, we just took a massive hit, it felt like. Yeah, it did say something actually. A meteorological event caused damage to the station. Yeah, I just saw it massively chunked down there. Alright, we've just arrived. We're in orbit. I'm hoping that the distance from here to there, you know, like in orbit, isn't going to affect the ship that's going between the two. 3 crew members died during the last cycle, 1 in an accident. Sector 2 has had an accident and Sector 3 has had an accident. Okay. You can get that fire station to do that automatically, I guess. Alright, so we're not collecting any resources because I'm too much of a scaredy cat. I'm guessing the storm is just going to blow back over here and go forward and back. That's what I would do if I was a designer. So what we're going to do is click the events, say, yep, we're going to load up with the big boy. And hopefully the Pelican can do it now correctly. Oh, it's being destroyed, has it? Oh, no. It's just unassigned. We'll just pop it back in. There we go. Not that it needs to be the same ship, I just want it to be. The Pelican. It actually does have its stock of 33 alloys. It actually still said that. That's cool. Send the Pelican, yes. Okay, so this should be quite quick, because we're right here. So we've already got 35 out of 90. They'll be gathering their food, etc. now, going back and forth pretty quickly. The docking time should be the only thing that's delaying. Now we're repairing the hull, the batteries are getting better and all of that. And if I didn't know better, it seemed like it's every 5 to 10 cycles that this storm moves, so we'll have to see where it goes. But other than that, we're going to be making a dash out here. It's 4.9 cycles. It's just a little bit more than I can handle. Going to here and then down would actually work out for us. And meanwhile, inside, you know, we're still making food. We've got ice for days. We've got resources totally fine. People are dying a little bit too much for my liking, though. What else did we just unlock, by the way? Battery tier 2. There you go. Is it? Oh, it's a thick boy. It is thick indeed. Yeah, I suppose one or two of these would be good. How much does it store? 300, whereas this is 100. 5x5, this is 3x3. Space efficiency. Yep. We'll have to start plopping these down. It's only 50 alloys as well. It's not that bad, considering. I was trying to think, where could I guess I'll just put one here for now. And then I can remove 3 and use the alloys that we get from these. In fact, yeah, just remove these 3 and keep that one. And this way, I can free this up for extra housing, so it actually works out really nicely. I don't know, that would be 3, 6, 9. These take 8. So, it'll leave one little gap of 1, or we could just put in 3 regular houses or something else. I don't know, something else. Maybe one of these and a regular one. Electronics production is pretty good, though. I'm quite happy about that. We do have a lot of polymer. Tempted to switch these now to electronics for a bit. Get some extra electronics out of here. Because we're not going to be pulling in any more silica for a while. We're maxed out on carbon. Can we finally turn these back on, please? We'll power down the alloys just for a moment. Get carbon churning again into polymer. Really do need to move more people in here. Sector 2 is desperately needing more people. So, population, we'll get a regular house over there. Then I'll start decommissioning these and build the better housing that we saw before. Okay, good. Hey, our battery's in place, just like that. Easy peasy. And these 2 are being removed. So, yeah, could we do this in all these different places? There's so many batteries here. I suppose now's the time, though, isn't it? To dismantle these things. So, because we're not going to be moving for a while, and I'm sure that the colonists are loading up as we speak. So a battery could fit there, and then another one could fit here. So we can get 2 in. And that's 600 power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we had 600 in the same space. So is this worth it at all? Definitely not, right? If I had 600 here anyway, and all I could do is just fit 600 in their spot. Yeah, that doesn't seem good at all. And then I'm leaving a gap of like a road just because of the way it's shaped. Oh well. I'm gonna do it anyway.
An accident has occurred
Oh my god.
in the tycoon.
Holy shit. Come on now. That was a big one. Yeah, this storm is far worse than the previous one. No wonder the probes weren't making it. These guys are repairing like crazy though. Good thing we improved their efficiency of it. Plus 56. What's the negatives? Open sectors, vol jumps, and damaged buildings. Damaged buildings slow it down. Holy crap, I didn't know that. Yeah, can pop that in there as well. They'll probably move in the future, but I might as well just get them down. That's 2 electronics. Because ultimately we need to do this for the objective, so it has to happen. A fire station dispatches trucks to put out fires. Global electromagnetite. We've been caught by electromagnetite. Hull and station damage is a certainty. Okay, really do need to move. Has this been set up yet? For God's sakes, what are you lacking now? Food and colonists. Well, where's the ship? This should be operating really quickly, shouldn't it? Sector 3 is where we have these colonists. The Pelican is here, loading food. Hey, you've got loads of food. There we go, it's here now. I'm complaining, but I guess it is doing it. It's just taking a while. Alright, so the plan is basically, once this event begins, we are out of here. I'm just going to make a dash for the other side of the storm. Now, I'm worried that I've taken way too long, and it's going to start moving back as soon as we get here, but I don't know. I don't know what else we can do about it. I'll try to flip onto both sides, depending if it does move back or not. I'm assuming it's going to. Otherwise, we're just taking unnecessary beatings. But I actually don't even think I can move that far, considering our hull damage, our hull integrity right now. It's going to be really difficult. Alright, I'm just trying to fill these up with cryopods so I can clear some space and make a bigger storage for cryopods. One building doesn't seem like it's going to cut it for getting through them. Sector 4 has got 37 hungry people. There's 0 food here. Huh. Okay. I'll have to sort that out. Alright guys, that's going to have to be it for this episode, so there are problems mounting. Food, I'm sure I can solve that. I think I know how. We could just kind of lower the priority of the other ones. And yeah, I'm going to take a sit rep, see what I can do to figure this out. I think I've been a little too slow. I need to just get moving back over here, but I wanted to set up the colony, because that can take a while in and of itself. It's a shame that a probe just can't, luckily, find the... I might launch one more to see, can we just get that planet that was out here? And that would give us a place to anchor to. Where was it? It was somewhere like around here. There. It's pretty far. If there's any other planetary body, though. Come on. Nah, there's nothing close by, it seems. So, with nothing close by, except for down, yeah, pretty much right around here. There. That's just too far, I'm afraid, to get to anchor in the storm. I mean, I think the probe probably just won't even make it. Anyway, I'll figure it all out in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'm having a blast. I'm loving the game, especially the more challenging it gets. It's much more interesting. We're at 3,000 ice. It's starting to fall as well, a little bit. We got food problems just from logistics. We need that tech that sends food around and stuff, don't we? Alright, that's going to have to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support the channel directly, you can click the join button to become a channel member. Doing so will get your name in the credits, as well as loyalty badges and emotes to use in the comments. You'll also get exclusive access to my Discord, where there's dedicated channels for each series I'm doing, and it's a great place just to meet others and make some friends.